downside trade there, or maybe this is a good little dip buy area, you know? It's hard to say. We're kind of retesting this trend line again. And again, we kind of have this zone here. 225 is going to act as some sort of support for sure. So I don't know. I really don't know. We're going to have to just see what happens tomorrow. Let's look elsewhere. So Google, there's really nothing there. Apple kind of middle of a range now. Amazon had a decent day. Microsoft didn't do a whole lot. Meta didn't do a whole lot. BA kind of doing nothing. NVIDIA closed down at 120. I'd be interested in that like 115 area on NVIDIA possibly. I don't know. It's big support unless the market's really weak. I really just don't know. We've started to stall out here. Yeah, that's true, Daffy Duck, for sure. We had a bunch of big runs on things. So like I said, like this is going to stop at one point, and we're starting to see that now, right? Things are kind of going flat, chopping around a little bit. We've had some crazy stuff go on in the world, right? We had the almost assassination on Trump. Biden dropped out. It's just kind of interesting. I don't know where things are going to go, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I really don't know. Bears from the feast. Yeah, true. Yep. Secret Service. The head of the Secret Service resigned today. So, shoot, man, I don't know. It sounds like there's just so much going on. Lockheed Martin looks like they did good on their earnings. What was that this morning? Yeah, this morning. Up a little bit here. That's kind of interesting. Lockheed's is just a slow stock. It's just really not something I want to trade. Crowd made new lows today, barely, and then recovered really nicely. So I don't know, man. It's hard for me to say. I don't know where things are going to go. I don't know where things are going to, like what stocks are going to move, what sectors are going to move. I'm kind of just, this is a perfect example of when you need to sit back. You need to be sidelined. There's no reason to try to force trades right now, thinking that the market's trading the same that it did last month, because it's not. Right. So, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of just speechless here. I don't really have anything to talk about, anything to go over. We have GDP Thursday pre-market along with jobless claims. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Porterhouse, is this you? I'm guessing it is. Prime Papa Patrick. Who is it? You. I haven't seen this name before. Am I blanking here, or what's going on? Oh, okay, cool. I like it. Well, I'm definitely not an OG. I've only been here for about a year. But what's going on? What's up, Slim Pickens on YouTube? That's cool. So yeah, I again, I don't know what sectors are going to do good right now. To be completely honest with you, I mean, airlines are flat, even on like crowd news. Banks are starting to roll back up. Where's UNH? It pulled all the way back. AMD could be interesting under 150. I don't know. You guys have any tickers for me? Any thoughts on JMIA Jumia? Not really any thoughts per se. I mean, a lot of people have been talking about this. It's obviously been moving. Let's see, when are the earnings? August 6th. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't really know. I think above 15, this looks like it can start moving. I mean, 15 seems to be a pretty, we got a 15 test way back in here in 2021. I just, it's not really something that I love too much. Personally, I mean, it's just not something that I typically trade. So no problem with it. Because it's pushing higher than it is the last 2 years. It feels risky to me. Yeah, I mean, you definitely don't want to be chasing something that's already made, over 100% move. I mean, it was $6 back in May, and now it's sitting $13. So, um, yeah, sorry, my I don't have my headphones on, and if I put it on my speakers, then it just echoes everywhere. Crowd long, yeah. I mean, I do think this is kind of starting. This kind of failed new load today. Looks like it could be the first sign of this starting to base out for sure. I do like the starter position that you talked about. I mean, yeah, it was a major disaster for the company, but fundamental wise, does it make sense for the stock to be down 100, $100, $150? I don't think so. So I do think this recovers at one point for sure. I definitely think so. Um, what's up, Farooq? Yeah, I mean, a starter position makes sense. You can always add a little bit higher if it starts to work the right way. I mean, obviously, we broke 260 barely today, but this 250 level would have put it down almost 150 points from its high this year. So, I mean, I think it makes sense to start kind of buying up for a longer term trade down here for sure. Jeff J on YouTube, thoughts on IBM earnings tomorrow? It's moved big in the last couple quarters. IBM, don't trade it much. I mean, it seems like it's kind of starting to find some strength here. I don't really have any thoughts. I don't typically, there's not much news around this right now, at least to my knowledge. But I mean, it looks strong the last few months for sure, I think. So, I don't know. To me, as a day trader, I just wait for earnings to come out, and if there's some crazy move, then I trade it after earnings. I don't try to catch any sort of crazy earnings move. Intel, yeah, I do like Intel. There is this small gap here for sure. Is it really worth the 75 cents that you can pick up? I don't know. To me, the big play is going to be here around if we can break 30. Right? We broke 30 by 25 cents, and we just kind of bounced off it over and over and over again. And then we had a little bit of news. This popped up. But if this comes back in and kind of sits still around 30, if we break that, there's a lot of room down here. So to me, I just wait for that 30 break and see if this really starts to die. But again, we do have earnings August 1st. So, I don't know what's going to happen up to that point. But, again, for me, it's like I just wait for 30. I don't know that I want to try to trade something for 50 to 75 cents. But I don't know. There could be some money to be made for sure. Over 23 hours. Only good thing I've done in a few weeks. Tesla 175 put. Okay, cool. I mean, that could be up. 175 is way out of the money. So IV may crush you there. I hope you make some money, but I would be selling that off the open like the very second the market opens for sure. Yeah, 100%, Patrick, 100%. Yeah, no, I mean, it was, I mean, you only threw like 20 something bucks at it, Farouk. So, I mean, it's not that big a deal. So, I mean, I'm glad you just tried it, just see what happens. And it looks like you picked the right side for sure. Um, Man, I really wanted this to go up. I wanted to see Tesla up like 260, 270 and get this thing back on the road, maybe up to, 300. But, sometimes the market doesn't want to make it easy on you, you know? So we'll see. Down a lot here again. I may be watching, 225 tomorrow if we kind of hold up and then really start selling off some more. Wasn't a ton of good news on Tesla, really. I thought they may surprise with some stuff. Um, so, I don't know. But, again, we closed at 246. We're going to, if we open in the 220s, it's a $20 gap. Maybe this just gets bought right up. But again, I think earnings were pretty disappointing. I think they were already expected to be somewhat disappointing, but I don't think they did very good. So we will just have to see. What other tickets you guys got for me? Yeah, well, 45% miss on profit. Well, I mean, I guess their EPS was pretty bad too. The expected was 62, 0.62 on EPS, and we came in at 0.52. Pan W, let's check it out. Very stagnant recently. Very stagnant. I mean, I wouldn't say this is weak, but is it really something that I would, be itching to trade tomorrow? No. I mean, I would kind of draw somewhat of a, I mean, I don't want to call it like a bull flag, but I think you can kind of see what I'm looking at here. We're just in some consolidation here. So, back up above 345, I'd start paying attention to it. And then, above 350, we kind of have more of this gap to fill. So I don't know. Could be something there for sure. But as for tomorrow, not super interested. But maybe there's a little bit longer term trade there. SPX, yeah, I'm sure this will be down. Let me just look at SPY. So SPY is only down about buck and a half here from close. We've kind of had this this pullback from highs, right? I mean, we just wouldn't stop moving higher, and we finally had somewhat of a real pullback here. So, if we roll back over, maybe 540s in play. But I don't know. I don't want to be the guy trying to short the market when it's just nonstop going up. I'd rather it start to break and really start failing, and then I can, catch some pieces of it. Put on SPY overnight. Well, he's starting to look good. I think he bought that before close, and it sold off pretty nicely into the close, it looks like. Kind of a whiplash day here, but I think he bought it with about 15 minutes left. So he should be sitting in the green, and then, it's obviously sold off some more. So 550 put, nice. Well, he should be looking good on that. You're a bear at heart. Yeah. A lot of people like to be bears. A lot of people want to point the finger when someone is wrong, for sure. What about Riot? They're all about Bitcoin and BTC is still high, right? Yeah, I don't remember what Bitcoin did today. Let's see, we're around 65, so not a whole lot of movement. I mean, we hit 68-ish at the beginning of the month, it looks like. This says 7-1, but I don't think that that's right here. No, so beginning of the month was here about 63. So yeah, I mean we hit a high of 68, down here about 66,000. Coinbase was really, really strong. They had some sort of news today. Um, Thanks, Patrick. Take care, man. They had some news about their app Coinbase. I think there was some like getting like fill issues or error messages because the Ethereum ETF started trading today. So, that's going to bring some attention to crypto for sure. Coinbase had a really nice trade. I wish I caught right here, kind of through the highs. And I kind of thought that may just stall out, and it did. And then some news came out. This ended up finishing near lows. So I don't know. It's kind of off my watch for now. It's just kind of made some weird, ugly moves to the upside. Not really my thing. I rather this set up for a little bit longer, maybe some substantial news come into play here. But yeah, I mean, Bitcoin, we're just trying. We keep trying to inch up to that 70,000 mark that we've broken, 2-3 times, and we're just kind of rolling over a little bit. The whole market did. So I think Trump does back Bitcoin. I think he does like it. So, again, I have a bad feeling that the market's going to get a little bit slow, other than like, some earnings moves and stuff up into the election. I mean, that typically happens. So, what do we have? About 3 months left now. So August, September, October, November. Yeah. So about, I don't know, 3.5, 4 months until the election. But when the election comes around, I think some things could get interesting for sure. I've talked about oil short and buying bonds, right? So I'd probably short like, one of the stronger oil names. I mean, like USO is kind of just something you could short regardless. I mean, Exxon, has been decently strong to the last couple of days, but to buy bonds, you buy TLT. Obviously, this has been, crushed since Biden got into office, right? We have, 2020, even in 2021, this is up at 155, and, we're down 30% on this. You look at USO, this was even in 2021 down at 40 something dollars a share, and we hit a high of 90. So we went up about 100%, still sitting around 75, $80. So I think short oil, buy bonds if Trump's elected. That's kind of the Trump trade. So other things to look at is like renewable energy. So like solar companies like FSLR, Enphase, stuff like that. These could be shorts. Really, nothing that I'm gonna take any sort of big position on or anything. I do think I would like to try the oil and bond trade. We had talks about that during my internship and stuff, but who knows? I don't know. I hate being the guy trying to like short something that's strong, but I think it makes sense for what he's doing. I mean, another trade is going to be just watching DJT, right? I mean, this is starting to get some volatility here as Trump's been gaining some traction for sure. But I don't know. I do think the market will be very slow until the election. Unfortunately, we had a really great month in June and into July, but it seems like things are starting to really stall fast. So I take it buying TSLL options is a cheaper route to buy into Tesla. I haven't looked at TSL options, but I'm guessing so. It's a 2-time ETF. They're not that much, they're not that much cheaper. I mean, again, these option prices are a little screwed up because this is down, about $2 after the close. But yeah, I mean, cheaper per se, but you also are going to deal with 2 times the volatility, right? So, take that with a grain of salt. I mean, I don't know how those options work. I mean, it's not something that I trade day to day, simply because I rather just trade the underlying, right? Because I know how Tesla works. I don't really know the volume and the movement on TSLL. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are talking about it with the way Tesla's been moving. You can make 2 times the amount of money, it seems like, roughly. But yeah, guys, been really, really not a whole lot to talk about, unfortunately. I want everyone to please be safe. Don't take any crazy positions. Don't take, any trades that I'm taking these days are, I was going in with, 4 times as much money last month as I am right now. I'm just super small size, just kind of picking up bits and pieces here and there. Losses are much smaller. There's no reason to give back a lot of those gains that we had, in the last couple of weeks. There's just no point. So don't trade the market like it was a month ago. Please, please, please. I'd rather you just stay cash or trade really small size, to stay active in it, but to trade big size, trying to make big profits because maybe you've made some recently, is tough, because all it takes is one bad day to wipe out a quarter or half or even all or more than all the money you've made in the last 6 weeks. So any trade that I'm taking, it's super small. Not looking for anything crazy. If there's an A plus setup, you guys know I will tell you about it, and we'll trade it accordingly. But right now, I mean, it's very obvious what things are doing, right? Let's just take a look so we all are on the same page, right? Tesla, massive run, 190, 271, and we just started chopping. All right, bad earnings today, but not a whole lot of movement in here, right? Not a lot of money to be made. There's a lot of money to be made in these couple days here, and maybe on this sell-off day here, right? Let's look at Microsoft. Broke all-time high, right? Maybe some money to be made in here. And now we're pulling back a couple days of chop, a little sell-off, but we're just kind of back in this range. So there's just not a whole lot to do there. Amazon, I think this had a lot more potential in it until Bezos kind of just stomped on this. A lot of pretty crazy sell-offs on there. Maybe some money to be made there. But again, now we're just back in this kind of yucky area here that I don't want to be involved in. Let's look at Apple. Really nice move through 200. Money to be made there. A lot of days of chop. We got back up to all-time high. Some nice breakouts up in here to make some money on. Now things are starting to chop back down. Low volume, not much going on. NVIDIA. We all know NVIDIA went crazy, right? We had the split. We had the crazy run up from 1,000 up to 1,200 or whatever. We went from $100 to $140 a share. Big pullback, just like you see on Tesla. Little rebound day. Chop, 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 chop. Little rebound, pullback. It's really tough, especially the last like 5-6 days, right? The last, I'd even say 2 trading weeks have been semi-slow. So I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I think you guys get the picture that it's very easy to take a lot of losses here, just trying a bunch of things, especially if you're not sized accordingly, So just keep that in mind. I don't want to hear anyone blowing accounts, taking major losses, anything like that, because you shouldn't be going in with big amounts right now. Typically, summer's slow. Typically, election years are slow. And we've had an insanely exciting last 6 weeks. And now things have been slowing up these past 2. So what does that mean? When a car is going really, really fast and you slam on the brakes, right? That's where problems can happen, right? That's where you can get in car wrecks, or, whatever it is. But however you want to think about it, people want to keep trading aggressively, but the market's not giving you those opportunities. So just be aware. Yeah, they just aren't there right now. They really just aren't. So why go try to force something? Why go force a 1-minute bull flag with full size and take a loss on it when you could just sit back and trade 25% of your normal size and maybe make some, maybe lose some, whatever it is. Even if you lose some, it's not going to be detrimental to your profits whenever you were really hammering it during the good times, So crazy times, right? Make stocks go crazy. And like we just talked about, Trump assassination attempts, Secret Service stepping down, Joe Biden stepping out, this last week has been pretty hectic, and the market can't seem to pick a real direction, but earnings are starting, so maybe we can get some good earnings. Market starts moving better, whether it's up or down. I don't care. That's why I'm a day trader, right? But let's not try to pick a direction too early, right? Being too early is the same as being wrong. And trading isn't about being right or wrong. It's about making money. Can we all agree? Indeed, yeah. Well, we're only about 30 minutes in, guys. I mean, we don't have to stay here for the whole hour. I wish I had more for you, but I think I think a lot of you were there for the Tesla earnings stream and Google, so we all know what happened there. I don't have any specific topics. I'm kind of here to just answer questions. Um, I am not live tomorrow morning. No, I'll be live again Thursday. That's fine. Yeah. I won't be around much tomorrow morning. Got a friend's birthday tomorrow, and we're going golfing. But I'll be on for probably at least the first 30 minutes. So I'll be here an hour before the market opens, regardless. So we will, I'll throw trade ideas and whatnot at you guys. We'll talk it out. All right, Duck. Later, man. Later, Farouk. So yeah, anyone else that wants to stick around? Have you thought about how you're doing live trading in Florida? So I wish I had a little bit more time to do it, but how it's going to work is right. So market opens at 9:30. I think Mr. Quench is going to be talking at 8:45 for about 10 or 15 minutes, just kind of a welcome speech kind of thing. And this is on Monday, right? So we're all going to meet each other, Sunday. I think you guys get there Sunday. We get there Saturday. But yeah, so he's gonna speak like 8:45 to 9-ish. Then I kind of take the floor at 9. I'm doing like a quick intro, like for people that don't know who I am. Pretty much, a lot of it's kind of for filming sake, for future meetups and stuff. But quick intro, quick points I want to make, which will take probably 5 minutes, maybe 10 at the very, very most. So that'll put us, let's just say at the most 9-10. And then we'll have 20 minutes there for a normal pre-market review. That's kind of where I'm going to be going over all the pre-market stuff, what trades I like, how I'm going to trade them. I think you guys all know how that goes. 9:30 market opens, and I'm going to finish up in about 25 to 28 minutes because at 10 o'clock I think there's like kind of a break, for about 15, 20 minutes. And then we get into another event. So, I mean, I don't have a ton of time to live trade with you guys, but, I will be there. And then obviously we'll be hanging out all day throughout all the other events and all that. So hopefully we can get a good trade in there in the first 30 minutes though. And, I'm doing the same thing besides, the intro stuff on Tuesday, but I'll have a full 30 minutes of pre-market review kind of stuff. I think Quinch will be up there going through things with me. Just kind of commentary, answering questions, saying, talking about the setups I'm looking at, maybe what he's looking at as well. And then it's kind of the same thing. I mean, I'm going to be sharing my charts on the screen. And I'm literally going to be doing what I do here, but in person with you guys on a mic in front of y'all in person. So you will get to see it live in action. So it'll be fun. Are there any suggestions, Latvian? Any, Stickman? Anyone? I don't see you all in here, but yeah, that's pretty much the plan. We're gonna do some like small group stuff where we all kind of hang out, answer questions. We got handouts and stuff. We're gonna give you guys to take home and tons of stuff. It's definitely going to be weird. And, it's not so much y'all looking at me or me trading in front of y'all. It's me wanting to make money with y'all. If we all take a red trade, it's going to be a rough start to the event. So there's a lot of pressure on me to find a good trade there and execute it well. And obviously, I'm not just gonna, you know, try to force some random trade to get one off. So, if there's no trade there, there's no trade. I mean, there's really nothing I can do about it. But if there's a good trade, you guys know I'll take it, and we'll, ideally, if this works perfectly, we'll all make a nice little trade together in person, on film, on mic, and we'll have a little celebration. But again, I only have 30 minutes, so I mean, hopefully it happens very quickly. Hopefully we can get one of those first 5 minute kind of trades. So we will see. But yeah, there's other live trading and stuff with Lee and or Mr. SLP and Bull and trivia and giveaways and crypto stuff. I mean, there's just so much going on. I can't take up a whole lot of time. But regardless, man, I'm excited to have fun with y'all in person. Get to hang out, have a couple drinks, get to know y'all. Finally, I feel like I've known y'all forever, and I've never even met you. So I'm excited. It's kind of surreal. I never thought this day would come. I was like, yeah, I'm going to Florida, and here we are. Here we are. So hopefully the weather's good. Have y'all looked at it? It looks like from the people that I know in Florida, it seems like it's the same here in Texas. We have like midday showers. It's like 30 minutes or 15 minutes or maybe an hour at most of rain. Um, let's see, Delray Beach, Florida weather. I know y'all can't see it, but I'm looking it up. 10-day forecast here. So that's no bueno. Let's go daily here. Wednesday, let's see here. So Saturday, partly sunny, a couple of showers in the morning, followed by a thunderstorm in spots in the afternoon. Awesome. Sunday, clouds, a shower in spots in the morning, followed by a thunderstorm in the afternoon. Cloudy with a thunderstorm or two on Monday. Cloudy with thunderstorms, especially late in day on Tuesday. Wednesday, yeah, kind of the same thing. 63% Wednesday, 79% Tuesday, 66% Monday, 40% Sunday, 66% Saturday. So it seems like we're gonna get a little wet sometimes, but got some good stuff. I don't know if y'all have gotten any sort of itinerary, but drinks at the hotel bar it is. Can't really complain with that, guys. Hope that we make some some fun stories to bring back to the chat. It's gonna be pretty crazy to meet all you guys. What else you got for me? There you go, Stick Man. But yeah, I don't know the exact layout. I mean, I know it's like a conference room kind of thing, but yeah, I just got to tell myself like, look, you just do what you do every single day. It's no different than Discord. You're just standing up there with a couple people in front of you. That's it. But I'm gonna bring my laptop, my kind of fold out monitors on the side, try to get all that working. Screen share. Yeah, kind of like the firm for sure. But at the firm, everyone's kind of doing their thing, and here it's like a whole lot of pressures on one guy to start the day. But again, it's just like on Discord. It's kind of what I got to keep telling myself. So let's just keep positive energy going. Chad, you got any thoughts for Florida? What's up, everybody? And anyone else that's in here that isn't going to Florida, you can ask whatever questions you want. Stickman, for the guy who knows everything about computers, I wouldn't expect you to have a old laptop. But like me, I had a 9-year-old laptop that I never touched until this trip. I went and bought a new one. Yeah, I hate laptops. I don't even use them for school, really. Um, so I ended up, I bought the new MacBook Air recently, specifically for this trip. I mean, I wouldn't care about a laptop, but I was like, you know what? I'll probably have it for 10 years, so why not? Had the new chip in it, the M3, so I was screw it. Can't be up there with the laggy 9-year-old Samsung laptop with stickers all over it, right? Gotta look a little professional. Oh, 100% Jag. Yeah, I'll sit down with you and we'll go over your IBKR for sure. I'll show you how I have mine set up and all that. You're not taking your 27. No. No, but I got like the biggest laptop. I got the biggest laptop that Apple had. I think it's 16 inches, so it's pretty big, and I have 2 extra screens that come out on the sides. So I'll have a nice little space station there. Nothing beats the desktop for sure. But speaking of that, I don't. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this stream here. We're just kind of talking Discord, guys. For anyone on YouTube or Twitch, Twitter, thanks for listening. Later.